The best way to combat laziness. Want to learn? Keep watching. Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to my daily journey through the Daily Stoic. 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hassman. If you enjoy Stoic content, Stoic living, and self-improvement, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today is August 30th. When you feel lazy. Quote, anything that must yet be done, virtue can do with courage and promptness. For anyone could call it a sign of foolishness for one to undertake a task with a lazy and belligerent spirit, or to push the body in one direction and the mind in another, to be torn apart wildly by wild divergent impulses. SENECA Moral Letters 74, 31b to 32. If you start something and right away feel yourself getting lazy and irritated, ask yourself first, why am I doing this? Is this really necessary? Ask yourself, what's behind my reluctance? Fear, spite, fatigue? Don't forge ahead hoping that someone will come along and relieve you of this task you don't want to do, or that someone else will suddenly explain why what you're doing matters. Don't be the person who said yes with their mouth but no with their actions. Steve Jobs told Business Week in 2005, only midway through Apple's stunning rise to become one of the world's most valuable companies, quality is much better than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. Ooh, I relate to this one a lot. Because even today I was feeling lazy making this video. And then I had to remind myself my why. It kind of goes back to the Nietzsche quote, and I'm probably gonna misquote it here. Have a big enough why can overcome anyhow. A big enough why can overcome anyhow. Basically, especially I think when we have ADHD, if we're not interested in something, if it doesn't capture our attention or our interest, it's really hard and almost impossible for us to get to do the thing. Yet, the way to kind of overcome those kind of menial tasks or those things that we don't really want to do is asking ourselves, or when you're about to start something and you get the analyst paralysis, or it's just like you're struggling to get going with it. Like, hey, it happens to me all the time. I ask myself that same question that Ryan Holiday posed to us. All right, why? Where's my fear and where's the reluctance behind this? Why am I feeling lazy? And really get down to it. Is it, my fear of kind of like my perfectionism kicking in, my fear of not being able to complete it or do it well enough? Kind of get into your big why. One of the things, especially with ADHDers and people also in recovery, is having a big enough why that you can use as your shining light or your lamp, your light to kind of shoot towards, right? Having that kind of point, your North Star, so to speak, of knowing why you're doing what you're doing. So then when you get to those menial tasks, those things that are more of a struggle for you, that you struggle with or don't want to do or find boring or tedious, you have your why to get through it. Like when I was a chef, I didn't like, deveining and cleaning prawns and shrimp or cleaning mussels. But I knew what my why was, is that why I wanted to produce an amazing dish for my guests. I wanted to learn the techniques behind it. I wanted to be able to master the skill so I could spend sometimes hours on end cleaning prawns, scrubbing mussels, doing the hard work, the menial kind of jobs that were boring, and I made them interesting to myself. I usually put myself under timers but I kept a bigger why of why I was doing what I was doing. Like these videos too, right? For example, I mean, there's a point this year where I didn't do it for about almost 2 months. I lost my why. I kind of got distracted by other things, and there was a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time, a lot of change, and I didn't make it a priority. And I thought to myself, why should I make this? There's 15 people are going to watch it, 5 people. No one really watched it. No one cares. And then I realized I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing this for me. You know, I'm really grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for everyone who leaves a comment, a like, shares this on, puts in their favorites, because it gives me that kind of that motivation to continue to move forward. But ultimately, I'm doing this to keep myself accountable, to learn these principles, to practice what I preach. Right, like the value of going through this book and understanding Stoic principles and the value base of why. So why did I make a YouTube channel? Why am I doing this daily challenge? Is to prove first and foremost to myself that I can do it. Second, that, you know, if I want to become an amazing coach and help others, which is the big why for me in my life, has always been service. From being a chef for 20 years, from the Boy Scouts, from all the volunteer work. I used to work at a soup kitchen, from all that kind of stuff. For me, one of my base values in my life is being of service to others, is to be helpful, to be Kitchenet the Guide. If anyone is knows the Order of the Arrow and Boy Scouts, you'll understand exactly what I mean by that. And to lead, but I find the best way to lead is lead by example. Lead by doing, by showing, and by showing the process that I go through gives you the tools, so you know that if I can do it, then you can do it too. And it's finding that why. You know, I think the best way to overcome your laziness or that kind of hesitation to do it is to recognize it's not just like, I can do it. It's like, okay, why? Understanding your why, understanding your values, your purpose, and holding that in the forefront of your mind as you do these tasks. You know, like, I don't like taking out the bins. I don't like kind of doing some of my chores around the house. Yet why do I continue to do it? It's because I know that it's helpful to the family, helpful to my partner. It shows me being a good partner to them. It allows them so they don't have to do it, so I can be of service to them, right? Mastering your why and understanding that, sitting down and really figuring out with each task why you do what you do and how you do it. You know, really focusing on that. That's one of the things that, especially in the first few coaching sessions, I really hammer that down, is to master your why. Why do you want to coach with me? Why do you want to improve your life? Why? I think it's one of the most powerful questions that we kind of let slip sometimes. And, you know, it usually starts as something kind of superficial, but then it's getting deeper into it and getting into that deep rooted reason of your why. You know, I find the best way to combat laziness or procrastination is have a big enough why that can bear any how. That's the Nietzsche quote there. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. But I also want to let you know that I still have a few spots open for my autumn coaching program. It's a one-on-one program. It's about 12 weeks long, where we master, we spend the first few weeks there mastering your why and giving you the tools so that you can get the most out of life, succeed, to master not just your ADHD, but master your mind and master that why, so you can go out and not be lazy and accomplish everything and feel like connected to the earth, connected to life, to get the most out of it. If you're interested, send me a message, leave a comment below. I also love to know how you combat laziness. Let me know that in the comments below too. And if you've gotten this far in the video, you are absolutely amazing. You get an extra 10 points for making it this far. Really appreciate each and every one of you. It may be only 15 to 20 or 30 people that watch it, but that's all right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow, and you have a great, if not better, day.